Hey everyone, welcome back. It's good to see you. I hope you're well. First of all, after last week's video, I just want to say I probably should have thought about it before I uploaded it, but I was absolutely blown away and completely overwhelmed by all of the support and kind comments that you guys gave me. That wasn't what I was looking for. I just thought it'd be interesting to share that video, but you, as I say, you literally all overwhelmed me with your kind words and kind comments, so thank you ever so much for all of those. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with this week's update. So as you can see, we've got some much milder weather, which has given me a chance to get the cover off the pond a little bit and have a good check-in on the fish. There's not too many major problems here. The koi pox are still pretty bad, but after that big cold snap that we've just had, that doesn't really surprise me. We've got an outside temperature of about 12 degrees, which it should be like all week, so I should be able to get a nice lot of sun and fresh air in on the pond, getting the covers off every day this week. Anyway, let's find out what else we've been up to. Thanks for watching, everyone.
So what do we think this is a bone from? God, it's heavy as well. Hopefully not human. Yeah, I have, but it's old and in a field. And if, you know, anything comes from it, I'll fess up. I touched it. I got video evidence.
Now, February to March is a good time for us to repot a lot of our bonsais, and it just so happens I've got this paper bark maple here that needs repotting. So, and I've got one of my pots that we got last week, so I thought I'd repot it with you. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to wire the tree into the pot. Now, this is a good idea for a couple of reasons, but mainly because it keeps the tree stable in the pot, and it means that if the pot were to get blown over or knocked over or anything, the tree can't fall out, it's held in place. Now, there's loads of different ways of doing this, but usually with your standard bonsai pot you'd have more than one set of holes in the bottom of it. Now this pot's only got one hole in it, so all I've done to get around that and to help block that pot up is I've just put an old lollipop stick across the hole and then wrapped my wire around it on the outside so it comes up on this side. So once we've done that, we're ready to pot this maple up. So I'm just going to obviously start by getting a nice layer of bonsai mix in the bottom. We're going to use, you can see there's a bit of an S shape in the tree here, so we're going to use this as the front, I think. It's nice lot of roots on this tree, so I'll get the tree out of the pot. Look at that, this is a paper bark maple from Heron's Bonsai, so as you can imagine, very strong roots, so make a very nice bonsai. So let's just get an idea of how that sits in the pot. So I think we'll go for something like that. We want it to be a little bit higher than that really. So put that there. Whack a bit more earth in. Get it up a bit higher. It's just common compost I've just put in now. There we go, now it's going to be sitting up out of the pot quite nicely. There's a nice bit of shape on it there. Now, so Peter Chan will always tell you want to start by scraping back this bark, because it's inevitably there's a lot more trunk just below the surface, and it will expose some of these top roots, and we want to just start to break that root ball, tease the root ball out ever so slightly, not much, because remembering it's still November, not November, it's February. God, get your dates right, Lampy, been in lockdown too long. Right, so now I've done that, I actually think he still wants to be slightly higher really. He wants to be coming out the top of the pot slightly, so I think sort of about there really. So we'll add a little bit more bonsai mix. Really do. Make sure that's pressed down nice and firmly, and then we put him in. Use that as the front. Take our wires, cross them over, give them one twist there, then around the back of the tree, and just twist them around each other. Then we can cut off the excess. Twist that wire down like that. That's now held in the pot and can't go anywhere. Now all we need to do is finish topping it up with some more bonsai mix. Make sure that's really firmly pressed down. So there's no air in there. And then finally, I'm going to take a little bit of Heron's Bonsai's, Peter Chan's secret bonsai compost, which is full of lots of pumice and academia and lots of good drainage material. We're just going to keep pushing that in nice and firm. That's very dry at the moment, so we're going to give them a nice water in a minute. Prune off a few of these roots that we don't need, that are above the ground. Plenty of other roots, but there we go. Hopefully that'll grow back nicely. It's quite a nice paperbark maple. Potted up simply. I'll just give that a water and it'll go back with the others. Okay, that's that nicely watered. So we can put that back with the other bonsais for now, and then that'll go indoors with the others and come out when the others come out. Now, whilst we've been out on our walks recently, I've been keeping my eyes peeled to see if I can find any acorns and conkers. Now, I found some acorns the other day, which I've already planted, which I'll show you at some point, but I was lucky enough when we were walking on Sunday to find a few conkers. Now, if you can still find any out when you're out and about at this time of year, it's actually a really good time to be planting them, because they've had a chance where they've been left out over the winter to do their cold stratification process, which is essential for them for conkers to grow. And if you're lucky enough, like I was, you'll actually be able to find conkers just in the ground, not even in the ground, but they've already started to sprout. So I'm going to plant these. I've got a couple of pots ready here. They're the simplest things to grow and plant. So I've just got a pot full of compost here. Just going to make a little hole for the conker. Let's find one that's sprouting first. Okay. Drop them. So this one's sprouting quite nicely, so just put that in with the sprout facing up. A little bit of soil over the top. I think I'm going to put, there's another one that's sprouting. I think I'm going to put 3 conkers per pot. A couple of centimetres of soil over the top. That one looks like it's about to sprout. I'm just going to pot all these conkers up, see where we go, and then you could just leave these outside and see if they'll grow. Or I think what I'm going to do is I'll have one pot indoors for now and one pot outside and see what the difference is between the two of them. That's all the conkers planted up. I ended up with 4 in each pot and 1 on its own. So I'm going to put these 2 pots inside because I'm most positive about, I think these ones are going to grow more than these ones anyway, but I'll put this pot inside, this pot outside, and we'll see how they do over the next couple of months, see which ones grow stronger. Quick check in on the bonsai, but my main reason for showing you this today is quickly while we're here, just lock off the tripod. I just want to prune off these. I don't want them getting much taller than they are now, and I want this one to be the tallest, so I'm just going to again nip the top of that off So we're there, and I'm going to bring these ones back down lower, so I'm going to just nip that one there, and that one I'm going to nip there. So probably just need to take that piece off and that piece off. There we go. That's more back to the shape and height that I want on them now. You can see the height, what I was saying, a little bit better. Probably wasn't as easy to see there. So I wanted the one at the back a bit taller than the two at the front. So I'm happy with that. It's been growing vigorously all winter, so I wasn't worried about chopping it down. I just want to keep the top of that down to a fairly low height. It started to cloud right over. I think I'm going to have to go and cover over the koi pond again in a minute. But quick look down, nothing happening here really. But the nature ponds obviously thawed out nicely now. That's all doing okay. A couple more weeks when it's a little bit warmer, I'll get in there and give that its really good deep clean before the season starts. We've got some big plans for, well, not big plans, we've got some plans for work on this pond this year, and then one of our main areas that we're going to concentrate on this year is this area of the garden that hasn't really been looked at for about 20 years. So we've finally got a plan for what we want to do here, and hopefully that should start coming together in the next few weeks and months. There we have it then, another week over then, another week closer to spring. A few more jobs done, still plenty more to do around the garden. All that's left to be said then is, if you haven't already, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and the like button as well. Thanks for watching everyone, I'll see you in the next one, take care.